You're listening to The Financial Doctor Show. Annie Osley started this podcast to help others reach their highest potential, to mine out their deepest gifts, and make this world a better place. She empowers masses to be the best version of themselves and to thrive both personally and in their business. Annie invites you to discover and put to use the most powerful resources you already have and celebrate life at its most powerful level. Annie is a best-selling author, a mother, educator, speaker, music lover, philanthropist, and a believer of dreams. She's also RBC's top financial specialist in Canada.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Financial Doctor Show, and I'm ecstatic to introduce you today's guest, my beautiful, beautiful friend, Miss Randi Goodman. Randi, how are you doing today?
I am fabulous, Annie. Thank you for having me on your show.
I love it, and you are using my words. That's we are really, really coloring off from each other. I love it. So, those of you who don't know Randi yet, you really are in for a treat. So Randi, watch this. She's wearing so many hats. She's an amazing real estate broker. She's an 8 times #1 international best-selling author. She's a major event producer. She is a karate double black belt champion. She is a mother of 4 adult sons. And not only that, she actually has a membership program for business owners to be showcased, to teach others, to mingle, to grow. So Randi, why don't you tell us about your journey, please?
Oh, thank you, Annie, for having me. I love that there's so many opportunities to help people. And I've been thinking about doing a membership program for years. And, there's certain things that you just can't even start alone. It's like, nope, I need the team first. So there were so many other things going on that I really didn't see the time or even have a moment to put the vision together of what I thought it would look like. And then, of course, through COVID, we had lots of time to think about different things. And all of a sudden it was like, you know what, I want to bring this to fruition. And last summer I decided, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to partner with somebody. So I partnered with Mimi and decided we're going to start trying to figure out what does this look like and how should we roll it out. And my vision was more of, the one-day event where you have attendees, you have exhibitors, you have Coaches Corner experts, you have speakers and sponsors and all sorts of people participating. Thought, how can I make this all year round, right? How can we offer this so it's not just a one-day event where people get to connect, share, grow, generate leads, find partnerships, teach something. How can we do this every day? And decided to take that one-day event and create it into a program that would be offered all year long, including the one-on-one sessions that we book for our Coaches Corner experts on the one-day event. So imagine being able to have appointments booked for you all year long. So like every business person is looking for that type of exposure. So that's what we geared to do. And while we're building it, we decided not only are we building this amazing program, but we want to offer it for free until we feel we've built up enough of a library and an audience base where the audience and the coaches and speakers are both going to be getting an equal amount of value. So we are offering it for free right now until such a time that we decide we've built it up enough and built up an incredible library of information from these people so that they can really, truly accomplish what they want in a full program.
That's amazing. So, the audience who is now wondering, what are we really talking about? So this is a Toronto Women's Expo, and this is one of the shows that you have been putting together as a live event. In fact, actually, last year would have been the 10th anniversary, so you have been throwing in a charity gala as well. And, as fate wanted it, it has been postponed because of COVID. But you know, you are someone who was just like, okay, wait a second. If one thing doesn't go, how can we make it happen? So you just created this amazing online platform so that instead of being that one day event where really, up to 2,000 people might show up, instead, okay, you know what, how do we actually make it really even bigger, better, and all year round? And so this is a membership program that you created with similar tier levels than, the live event, with either just members, just showing up and benefiting and learning and meeting and mingling, or people who are having, like the exhibitors, how, their businesses are showcased, or the coaches corner or the speakers who are actually teaching and get the appointments booked, which is amazing. So this is really good. Now, this is one of the amazing things that you created over the past year. What else is happening for you?
Wow. So yes, I'm an 8-time #1 international best-selling author. I've produced 7 books actually of my own, and I'm part of 2 others. So I didn't write in one of them, so that's where the 8 comes in. Now, in doing that, I, was kind of putting Empowering Women to Succeed on the shelf a little bit. And, a good friend of mine gave me a few pinches and a few twists and said, why don't we help people write a book? And I said, well, that would be awesome, or not. No, I love helping people. It's just, it is very time consuming, and I love the process. I love helping people. But it was, okay, where do I want to spend my time? And yes, finally decided I love helping people in this realm. And, I've done it so many times already, but I'd still love to be able to help them more. And I don't want to do it by myself, right? So I love working with people that I connect with, that, we're on the same page, that we have the same vision. And Annie, you were, right there at the right time and twisting me at the right time. And it, it really is something that I'm passionate about and love helping people with. So I'm really excited to continue on with you and help people. But, we didn't want to just, and granted, the old way is unbelievably amazing. The process, the onboarding, the people, everything about it was absolutely incredible. But you and I were brainstorming, and how can we make it better? How can we up level this even more? How can we make it even more exciting for people and really help them as individuals in their business? So one was doing the summit for the past authors, which is incredible because they get to not only share why they shared a story in the book and their experience with that, but also they get to share their business and they get to teach you something. So I'm really super excited about that process. And it's obviously added value, because what author from the past would think we're going to continue to do stuff for them? Not only that, you and I are creating a new website, which hopefully will be ready shortly. And all those authors are having a dedicated page on the website that links back to theirs. And this is phenomenal, especially for SEO. So you guys know, when someone's searching for you on Google, the more backlinks that you have on other sites, the better, the greater chance you're going to show up on the first page. So it's really good for your marketing. Now, having said that, it started with adding that in, but also with the actual package itself for the authors, we decided to add in being able to work with an award-winning public relations media person. And this alone is worth thousands of dollars. So they actually get to work with this person for a month, where they're going to do a press release, they're going to do an article, they're going to reach out to podcasters, bloggers, TV, radio, whoever, different magazines to pick up on the author's actual business, so in their expertise. So yes, they're an author in the book, and that's why they get the opportunity, but it's going to focus on their business. So imagine having all that exposure in addition to our own marketing plan that we have for the book, which is a beautiful new marketing plan as well that'll really help our authors get exposure. So I'm just so excited about these things. Plus, if they're local, they get a professional headshot, because of course we need them, right? But then they can use them for their own businesses and their social media profiles or wherever they want to use them. But also our new authors are getting a dedicated page on the website linking back to their site. It really is endless, Annie, like the amount of benefit that people are going to get just by participating in one of the books. So I'm really super excited to be able to help people get out there. And we've done it through 4 platforms, which is one, the personal and professional growth, which is what we've always done. Then we've got one that's focused around entertainers, performers, musicians, the creative type. And then we have one that's geared to people who want to teach something to do with growing wealth in their industry. So if you're an accountant, a lawyer, a mortgage agent, a real estate broker, a stockbroker, a financial advisor, anybody who can help people grow wealth, you may want to share a story in that book. And then, of course, we have the really exciting Leaders with Impact coffee table book, which is a hardcover, oversized, full color, inside and out, fully designed, nice huge picture of the author, headshot or body shot, whatever they prefer, and then their story, and being able to share that. And we really want to bring out the part of them that is making an impact on their community or on society. So they can be talking about their personal and professional growth story, but we want to add in the element of how are they impacting others? And of course, even by just sharing a story in a book is impacting others, but what else are they doing in their life? Then we want to showcase those people in a really beautiful coffee table style book. So really super excited about this project.
Yes, and you know what? I'm so glad that you said yes to this, because you have all the experience. You have been able to, help almost 200 people to become #1 international best-selling authors. So clearly, whatever strategies you have been already using in the past are working, and it really helps those people to grow their businesses, be more confident in who they are, both personally as well as on a business level. And at the same time, you're really creating these amazing opportunities for others as well. So it's almost like creating that wave, that tsunami of goodwill and good waves, with empowering others and, with giving this opportunity. So it's extremely exciting, and it's very, not just uplifting, but it's almost humbling at the same time to be part of this experience. And, I can just speak from my, personal experience as a best-selling author from last year. It really has opened all kinds of doors for me, not only in terms of, the guests who came to this podcast show, some of it, someone was an Order of Canada recipient, someone is a former member of parliament, a social media correspondent for the Oscars and Golden Globes, or someone who's a TEDx speaker, normally charging, serious money to speak live on stages. But here we are, and then obviously once the book came out, then, it really skyrocketed. And obviously, as a side effect, a positive side effect, obviously business is booming as well, and more opportunities coming. So this is really great that you said yes to the project, to say, yeah, you know what, especially in the current COVID era where people need all kinds of other opportunities to pivot, grow their businesses, and make differences in other people's lives. You are giving the platform and being the megaphone for them. So that's really good. Now, if you don't mind just going back just for a second in terms of, because, you yourself are an 8 times international #1 best-selling author. What is your experience as an author in terms of, what has changed for you?
Oh boy, so much has changed. The opportunities to speak to groups, people wanting to work with me, whether it's through real estate or coming to the events or being part of a book or whatever that is, it's just really had people resonate with who I am as a person and liking what I'm putting out to the world and wanting to be a part of that. And it's, like you said, it's really humbling to know that, I'm making an impact on people, and to see that, it's, that's what gives me the mental income that I love so much, because it makes me feel good knowing that someone's being impacted by something that I've done. So it's, it's really special.
I love how you use the terminology mental income, and actually you're the first person who I ever heard using it. Do you mind elaborating on it? Because I think, talking about mindset, especially in the current times, is so important. Statistically, Canada always had around 20% of individuals struggling with different levels of mental situation, even if it's just, stress, right, or anxiety. But right now, apparently, what happened last year with these, repeated lockdowns, that number went up to 40%. So if you don't mind just really sharing your strategies around, how people can regain control for their lives and actually, grow from the place where they are and, becoming light for others, that would be great.
Well, thank you for that. Mental income is something I coined many, many, many years ago, and it just shares how you feel when you do something for someone else, not expecting anything in return, right? And it's very gratifying. Now, how it's everybody has a different coping mechanism. Everybody deals with things differently. So the way I deal with them could be different than the way you deal with them, and different than the way other people are dealing with things. My motivation and drive comes from why I want to do something. So not only the fact that we need to put food on the table and a roof over our head, we need to make money for that, right? So that will drive you alone, because you need to survive. But also, what makes you feel good? What is your why? What is the reason that you do things? Is it, to prove something to yourself? Is it to prove something to your family? Is it to show success, or, prove that you can do it? Is it because you want to spend more time with your kids? Is it because you want to put your kids through school? Is it because you want to buy, a new shiny car? Is it because you want to take trips with the family? Is it because you want to put your, whatever it is, your why has to hit you emotionally. It has to be something you're passionate about, that you get excited about, not just, well, I can do this, or I can do that, or I'd like to do this. That's not passionate, right? But if it's like, oh, I want to put my kid through school because they want to be a doctor, or I want to go on this family trip around Europe for 3 months with my family and enjoy that experience. I want to go on this big cruise, or, I just want to feel satisfied that I was able to accomplish something, that I can say that, or I can show my kids that I grew this business, or I accomplished this, or, whatever your reason is. But having something that drives you, right? If you're not passionate about it, and my voice gets more passionate as you talk about passion, because you have to be passionate about it. Something has to drive you forward. And if you're not finding that thing that makes you feel, that makes you get passionate about something, or maybe it gets you angry about something, whatever, get emotional about it. If you're not being emotional about something, you're not feeling, you're not living, right? nothing's going to happen, nothing's going to change in your life. You need to allow yourself to be vulnerable, allow yourself, and sometimes it's a little scary, but allow yourself to come out of that little, place that you put yourself in, where it's really comfortable and I don't have to feel anything and I don't have to do anything, and things will just happen. They're not just going to happen. You do have to take action to make things happen. Faith isn't just going to do it by itself. Whatever you're thinking, it's just not going to happen by itself. You need to take action to make those things happen. So if you have a dream, you have a goal, or if you haven't allowed yourself to have one, put the walls down, allow yourself, think about what makes me feel good. What do I enjoy? What am I passionate about? What do I dream about? Right? And then put things into action to make them happen. They're not going to happen if you're sitting on the couch watching television and doing nothing. They're only going to happen when you start putting things into place. Maybe that means surrounding yourself by different people. Maybe that means finding mentors who are successful in the thing you want to be successful in, and picking their brain and driving them crazy until they tell you how they did it. Connect with people who have the success that you want, and find out how to fast track and do it the right way instead of wasting years and years doing it the wrong way. My point is, allow yourself to feel, allow yourself to find what you're passionate about, and go after it. Take actions, and if you don't know what to do, Google it, ask the people around you. If they're naysayers, then go find somebody who's successful. Go to some network groups so that you can network with different people. There are ways for you to surround yourself with the right people, or come in contact with the right people that can motivate and help you to achieve what you want to achieve. So I hope that answers your question.
This is actually way more than what I anticipated. This is almost a little lesson about, mindset and how to pivot and how to actually, go after your dreams by just simply changing your thoughts, changing your feelings, and that will automatically changing your actions, which then, provides you with the results that you need. Now, you were talking about others. Do you mind if I ask a question? What is your why?
Yeah, my why, absolutely. Thank you. My why is, well, one, I really enjoy the mental income that I get from helping people. I really do. And it's so funny because I'm so aware of it now that it supersedes any monetary gains that I have. And it's funny because I always have to bring myself back to, well, remember, you still have to make money, right? So it's like this conscious awareness that I have of, my thought process. So it's, yeah.
That's awesome. So, okay, so that's one. And then I think you're a family person. I'm sure that your boys are definitely part of the equation as well.
Yeah,
right?
it's showing myself, but also I want them to see that you can go after your dreams, that you can do what you're passionate about, that you can have success with it. And I keep going because I want them to see that. I want them to be passionate about something, and I want them to go after what makes them happy. Yeah, every parent dreams their kid's going to be a doctor or a lawyer or this or that or whatever, right? But true success is when you do something you're really happy about, and that you wake up every morning not feeling like you're going to work, but feeling like, what can I do today? How can I, what can I accomplish? And just being excited about the day rather than feeling like, oh, I gotta go to work, And so I want them to enjoy their life. I want them to live a life that they're passionate about. I want them to see me do that too, because believe it or not, it makes your kids happy when they see you having a good life. So it's not just about them, but it really affects them when they see you living your best life as well. So and it's less stressful on them too, right? So definitely kids, definitely mental income, and just the satisfaction of self, the satisfaction of accomplishing things in life that, maybe you never thought you would accomplish. Maybe you're doing things you never thought you would ever do. I never thought I would be in marketing or events, or even though I did events all my life, I never thought I'd have a business doing that. I never thought I'd be in real estate, even though I was an investor all my life. And there's so many things that you just never thought you would do. So I thought I was going to be a pharmacist, a rock star, a lawyer. It just didn't go that way. I got into accounting, accounting, and, loving wrestling and karate, and I've got that in my blood. So, you just never know where life's going to take you. But your why can change constantly. Your why one decade is going to be different than it is the next decade. So I think for me, really truly is the mental income that I get, and my kids, even though they're in their 20s, still, you're always making an impact on them.
It's amazing. And talking about the rock star, you really are a rock star there. It's just that you're on stages as well, okay? You're just not making the music, even though you did play the piano for a number of years. But in everything that you're doing, really, you really put your heart in, and it really feels and it really shows. And the one business we haven't talked about and you just mentioned is real estate. So I really would like to give you the floor as well to show, so that you can really explain to others, how are you different? Like, how are you pouring your heart into that and helping and empower others in the business form of real estate? So please share it.
Thank you. I love helping people. So like I said, it just comes naturally for me. I just always want to help them. So, I'm told that I go way over and beyond what generally people will do, as far as, whether it's research or whether it's support, whether it's, helping them with their home and getting it ready, whether it's, supporting them in, I don't want to get into specifics, but supporting people in any challenges that they find when they're buying or selling a home. There's so many challenges that can come into play, and I don't leave them. I stick around and I support them. I do whatever I can. I connect them to whoever I can when necessary, and we look for solutions to those issues and make sure that we can go forward in a way that works for everybody. And it's so gratifying. I am a problem solver. I love, I believe that every single challenge has a solution, and we just have to find it. So I'm, totally open-minded when it comes to that. And I just love to help figure out what is that solution and how can we make it work. And I just love to service people. So if I can help them in any way possible, or connect them, or whatever it is that they need, I am always happy to do that. And it goes beyond the scope of what my job entails, right? It's just because I truly believe in giving service and helping my clients and being there for them, as opposed to just sticking a sign in the lawn and walking away and hoping something happens. I want to be so much more than that, but it's not even done at a conscious level. It's just because I love it, because I love to help them. It just comes naturally. And I think when you find that business in your life, or that path in your life, that it comes naturally to you. It just shines. And I just love it, and I'm happy to help people, whether it's commercial, residential, investors. I work with all sorts of different people. So, I absolutely love the trade. Like I mentioned, I've been investing for over 30 years, and, it was just, I guess, a matter of time till I got convinced to go and take the courses and help other people. So became a broker, and I absolutely love it.
Absolutely. And actually, we are tying back for so long. One of our exams, one of our real estate exams, we actually even wrote together. It was so much fun.
You
Yeah,
knocked on my shoulder, and I'm like, what? What are you doing here?
it's so funny, what a small world. But anyhow, I know that you have been working with some of my clients as well, and the feedback that I'm hearing is nothing but stellar. And I personally think that not only your amazing natural talents of wanting to help people are really, differentiate you as a real estate broker, but also because you are a businesswoman, a hardcore businesswoman, and you have this amazing experience of the very businesses that you have been doing throughout your life. You have been running companies, you have been doing the accounting, you have been doing the publishing of those books. You are an author, you are an event producer, you have these amazing networks and so on. And so because of that, honestly, your negotiation skills are beyond the scale. So you are really able to achieve results that are unheard of or completely not expected. Forget about, just simply selling it overpriced. I mean, you are doing other stuff as well. So let's not go into that detail, but anybody who is intrigued and really want to find out more about you, how they can work with you in the many capacities that you are able to help them, what is your best availability, Randi?
I would say go to randigoodman.com, RANDI goodman.com, or dreamhomeswithrandi.com. You can get me either place. Thank you.
Awesome. Randi, thank you so much for being on the show today again. I really appreciate you and appreciate everything that you do for others. And thank you so much for sharing some nuggets today as well. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Annie, and I am so grateful and honored to be in your circle and to be able to work with you. So I want to let you know how much I appreciate you. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Now, if you don't mind just going back just for a second in terms of, because, you yourself are an 8 times international #1 best-selling author. What is your experience as an author in terms of, what has changed for you?
Oh boy, so much has changed. The opportunities to speak to groups, people wanting to work with me, whether it's through real estate or coming to the events or being part of a book or whatever that is. It's just really had people resonate with who I am as a person and wanting, liking what I've liking what I'm putting out to the world.
Thanks for joining today's podcast. Annie's podcast showcases various talents, helping you develop the winning mindset to achieve massive success. Want a change in your life? Connect with Annie. Call her at 416-543-6127 and follow her on Facebook and Instagram. Click on the links below.